Lungs are paired organs located in the thoracic cavity. They are covered by visceral pleura. Lung is conic-shaped organ, and there are following structures in the lung. Upper part, it is apex pulmonis, and lower is basis pulmonis. Surfaces of the lungs, it is facies costalis, it adjoins to the ribs. This is facies medialis, it faces medially. And inferiorly, there is facies diaphragmatica, it adjoins to the diaphragm. Medial surface divides into two parts. It is pars mediastinalis is in front of the root, and behind is pars vertebralis. Hilus pulmonis, this depression, it is on the medial surface. There are three margins: margo anterior, margo inferior, and margo posterior. Let's continue to study external structures. There are some fissures which separate the lung into lobes. Fissura obliqua present in both lungs. Left fissure divides the lung into lobus superior and inferior. Right one separates lobus inferior from two another lobes. Second fissure of the right lung is fissura horizontalis. It separates the middle lobe from the superior. Look at the medial surface of left lung, its pars vertebralis. Here we can see sulcus aorticus, place which adjoins the aorta. This depression, it is called hilus pulmonis. It contains some structures which are united under the term radix pulmonis. Topography of the right radix pulmonis. From the top, the upper one is bronchus principalis, below arteria pulmonalis, and more inferiorly pulmonary veins, BAV, bronchus artery veins. Topography of the left root. Superiorly is arteria pulmonalis, below bronchus principalis, and inferiorly two pulmonary veins, ABV, artery bronchus veins. It is generally believed that a right lung is more short and wide, and left one more narrow and long. And here on the anterior margin of the left lung, we can see some notch. Look at here, incisura cardiaca. Inferiorly, this notch is bounded by projection, which is called lingula pulmonis. Borderlines of the lungs. Superior border is opposite the spinous process of the seventh cervical vertebra, or 3 or 4 centimeters above the first rib. Superior borderlines continue with anterior borderlines, which cross sternoclavicular joints. They distend slightly medially linea sternalis. Right lung, its border distends till the 6th costal cartilage, and left borderline till 4th costal cartilage. Then borders are different. Linea parasternalis, lower right border, is opposite the 6th costal cartilage. Linea medioclavicularis, the border is opposite of the 6th rib. Linea axillaris anterior, it is 7th rib. Linea axillaris media, 8th rib. Linea axillaris posterior, 9th rib. Linea scapularis, 10th rib. Linea paravertebralis, 11th rib. Posterior borderline stretches from the 11th rib till the level of the 7th thoracic vertebra. Left borderline is different because of cardiac notch. So, linea parasternalis. The border is opposite the fourth costal cartilage. Linea medioclavicularis, 6th rib. Linea axillaris anterior, 7th rib. Linea axillaris media, 8th rib. Linea axillaris posterior, 9th rib. Linea scapularis, 10th rib. Linea paravertebralis, 11th rib. Mind that lower borders of the right lung are located opposite of superior margins of costal cartilages, but left one along the inferior margins of costal cartilages.